A truce in the Israel-Hamas war is extending into a fifth day as the two sides completed their fourth exchange of captives from Gaza for the release of Palestinians held in Israeli jails. Israel had said it would extend the ceasefire by 1 day for every 10 additional captives released by the Hamas. Monday's extension then is good news for anyone concerned about the humanitarian conditions and plight of prisoners and hostages. But the bigger questions about the war's path and the future of Gaza remain as unclear as they were when this pause began. Hamas terrorists are still holding well over 100 hostages in Gaza. Most are Israeli or dual citizens, but a number of other nationalities are included in that group, including laborers from countries like Thailand and the Philippines. More than a dozen of those foreigners were released over the weekend, as we had reported. But at this pace of exchange, this ceasefire could continue for days, given the number of hostages still in Gaza. But there is no agreed-upon framework for a long-term deal, and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has insisted that the war will go on after this current ceasefire concludes. While the prisoner exchange could strengthen Hamas's political position, further complicating Israel's goal to eradicate the group, Israel appears undeterred. Meanwhile, the Committee to Protect Journalists has said 57 journalists have been killed since the start of this Israel-Hamas war. In terms of aid, the United Nations has used the lull in fighting to increase urgent aid deliveries to Gazans, but has warned that these consignments are just a drop in the ocean. While describing the extension of this truce as a glimpse of hope and humanity, the UN Secretary General actually said 2 more days was not enough time to meet Gaza's aid needs. Meanwhile, on the ground in Gaza, strong winds and heavy rain have worsened conditions for tens of thousands of Gazans who are living in tents as we speak. Israel's intense bombing of the densely populated Gaza Strip has resulted in 46,000 homes destroyed and more than 234,000 homes damaged. That's about 60% of the entire housing stock in Gaza, as per the UN.